away with it. Walking out of courts with suspended sentences and nothing but slap on the wrist, and it's absolutely disgusting. Our children's lives matter the most. They are the future. Protecting these children and telling them that people do not have the right to touch them in any way at all, then nothing is going to change. As Darren said, we've had our own trauma in Lee Park recently, losing a young girl, and it tore our community. And usually we're strong and we unite and we'll stand and help anyone that needs it, but it did tore our community apart. It made people angry, it made people point fingers, accuse people, and it still is today, and it's got to stop. Us as parents need to speak to our children more openly, hoping that one day when they need to, they'll open up to us too. Because if we don't speak to our kids about what matters and what's going on and tell them straight what is happening, then they won't open up.
Hopefully they never have to, because we do talk about it, and that protects them.
If you talk about it with your children, learn about online grooming, talk about stranger dangers, the pants rule, that their bodies is their bodies and they've got the right to say no, get the fuck off me. And that is the fact. Tell your kids, scream, shout. Tell your kids, tell them to fuck off. Tell them no more. Our bodies are our bodies. Yes, no. Our boy. And our bodies are our bodies.
Right. And I didn't hear that.
For each other. Last time I came with a big script. I had all the statistics, all the numbers. I had everything last time. Numbers are children. And our children to have a better future, and to people to leave them alone. If anybody else wants to come talk, please do. Thank you. Thank you for all coming today.
I think we just had an example of how children learn from adults.
I think just to add as well, it's really important to say 3 victims have stood up here today and 1 person who works in the community, and we've all said the same thing about the same system with a similar story. If this doesn't show you, even if you're just walking past, even if you don't want to join the protest, surely this shows you that there is a problem with the system when 3 of us, 3 victims, can stand up with almost identical stories about the way that they've been treated by the system, the way they've been treated by the police, the way they've been treated by the court system. How many more victims need to tell the same story before people stop walking past and realise this affects every single one of us? Policemen need to be asking, is what I am doing in the community helping my community, or am I instilling fear? Teachers, you need to be asking yourself, is what I'm teaching my students for the good of the community, or am I instilling fear? We do not need any more fear in this community. As the gentleman said here, we need love and we need unity, and all of this only stops when we stand together and we say no. Thank you. Anybody who wants to talk, it's a free platform. And as the lady said, we are promoting and we are trying to raise awareness here. If something has happened to you, if you've had a bad experience, come and join us, come and talk to us. We're here for you.
They follow me around dancing, so I put suits on and everything. You got any more? Can't or not tried. Can't or not tried. Can't or not tried. Can't or not tried. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but if it's the right thing for you to do, do you feel that it was something that you would like to do? Come on. Come on. Where's the mic? Have you got the mic?
Oh yes, sorry.
Come in. What's your name? Elise. Hello, God. Hello, guys. We've got a lady called Elise here who feels it's time, but she's not ready. She doesn't know, but I think Elise wants to come. And if she doesn't, I just want to pray for Elise and just say that your healing's here. And sometimes it really is just as easy as coming and holding this mic, just telling just us. We could even turn cameras off for you if you don't want anything live. Or tell me to fuck off. Come on, there we go. Well done. Well done, here we go.
I'll do it. Okay, I don't even know where to begin. Do you go like that? No, I'll stand there.
Go on, stand wherever you want.
Hello, my name's Elise. I was raped when I was 12. I only told one person, which was my sister. When I did tell my mum, first thing my mum said to me was, don't tell your father, he'll go to prison. It wasn't my dad, but because he would kill the person that done it. And it was done to the person who done it to me by his uncle. So I carried that around all my life. I was 12, I'm 48 now, and I still have to see the person all the time who has never once denied what he did. And I didn't speak up. And I think that's one of the things that I would say to any child is no matter if your parent doesn't support you, doesn't care, doesn't listen, tell someone else. Tell anyone else. Anyone.
Guys, as you just heard, she's only ever told one person, her sister. And she has just been brave enough to come and stand on the mic. But the thing is, in this system, Elise has to go home and still carry the demons and the torture. And it takes to have a really great support system around, and this is what is starting here. This is what the ladies have created for us. A place where we can come together and get some networks and things and some nice days out. Because what's really difficult for people who speak out is they do wear a mask and they think people can see the shame and the torture and everything that they've been through. But you can here in this space. You can. And it's okay. It's okay to feel dirty. It's okay to feel the shame. It's okay to take those layers off. It's like peeling an onion. It makes you cry. And the more you cry, the more the river runs, the more you get out of it. So we're all going to be here for Elise and get a network together. So if she's feeling really crap and she's dealing with it now, we can come around her and we can work with the authorities here and hold them accountable and make them do their jobs. Because they're called the care service. C-A-R. And sometimes it's just about love, okay? And down here, there's lots of love. That's the first time. And look. Look at this. This is what this is about. It's about platform to come together. And even if you don't know anybody, just come sit on these stairs on the 10th and there will be a network and eventually marshals and counsellors and they'll grow because we've all come together to help two girls come together and more people will come together so people like Elise can speak for the first time. And it might even be a child who comes down here and says, please, that police officer over there, will you take them to speak to me because I'm not going home until one of you helps me. And that's what we can do here at the stairs. And in Portsmouth out here, we start the network now to say, this is where it starts. This is where we move these mountains now, to make sure that there is a proper, correct, safe place. And it isn't about children being taken and removed, it's about people coming back into their communities. Because if we were in Africa, mate, you've been raped, you ain't coming back because you might have AIDS. Sometimes they'll hang you to a tree and burn you. Because you're tarnished, you're damaged goods. So that's why we want to save the children, to make sure children are growing healthy, thriving and happy, and they never ever have to go through this. And it's doing things like this that might have just safeguarded that child that just might not have walked down that alley because they thought about it, because naivety can be a horrible thing sometimes. But look, the burden is off her back. And that's what it's about. We will help you carry that burden and free you from what you're going through and build a network here. And we can, because we're on our home turf in our hometown, and this is our community right here in Portsmouth Square. This is the hub that everybody walks past. What you got to do is come and sit on these stairs and be here every 10th of the month. The girls and bigger network. I keep saying girls, but these are fine, brave young ladies. Actually, it's because I feel really old now because I'm 42. I forget I'm not 21, I'm 42. So anyway, guys, if anybody does just want to talk, even if you don't want to speak on the mic, and there's going to be a Facebook page. There's a Facebook page, Portsmouth Save Our Children. I've got stuff. They might have got my body, but they never got my soul. We've got SOS. There's lots of networks. It's about bringing it together. It's about lots of different people doing the right things in the right places to paint the correct picture, and we're all part of a bigger picture. So one by one, it's to be a hug, a tear, a cry, and it might even just be that actually we got a network to go and have some lunch with. And we can talk about things that most people don't want to talk about because it's in the core of us because it's happened, or we're preventing it. So, wow. Just everybody, please. I don't know if you're carrying on. I need to get home and get to my kids. So, well done, guys. There we go.
Thanks very much. Just to say quickly again, thank you all that turned up and showing your support. And one word that has stuck in my head, we ain't broken Britain. It's this, oh sorry, I got it wrong there. We ain't broken Britain. It is basically the whole services, police, the lot. They're the ones that corrupt, not us. So what should it say? Thank you. Woo!
Hey, where's the blonde light?
There's a Costa next door, and we used to stay away from Costa shoots.
So then, guys, oh, it's gone. That's it. Have a safe, guys. Have a safe journey back. Also, remember anyone travelling as well between the networks. But we've all got to stay safe as well. Even if you are meeting people that you're meeting for the first time, who's sharing your stories, we need to build some form of network because it's too much. It's too much to listen to people's stories a lot of the time. And not only that, if anyone's seen the film Patch Adams, sometimes you can be naive and go to that call to help, so make sure you let somebody know where you're going because people are struggling, and actually movements like this get infiltrated as well, guys, by people. So all stay safe, all stay wise, and also it's not about social distancing, it's about personal boundaries, and that starts with you all as individuals knowing who you are, so you can stand firm in yourself and decide who's around you. But now we've got a network to come together. It's not about gossiping, but it is about saying I'm a little bit unsure and I need a little bit of help. And not to take things onto yourself, because that's, what's that complex? Stops you dealing with your own issues. It's not good. So, yeah, I really do need to go. So I just like being out here because it's just my purpose driven. I just think, you know, you only have to pass one person. Yeah. So for yourselves, just go. Hey, just about the dancing, guys. When I was 11, I got taken into foster care. I was a bit older, 4-15. And all the way through and being passed around, you lose things like your roller skates, your dancing, all those things that you were. When you were 11, I want you all to deal with this. When you were 11, and they said, when you will grow up, what you want to be. When you've been through what we have, you lose your whole identity. And dancing is something that I don't want to be some stripper and somebody puts money down my knickers. And dancing is something that only my kids have ever seen me dance. So to do that, I'll come down here with my headphones on, that's different. But take back what they took from you. Your art, your drawing, your poetry, your singing, all of the things that are who you are, that was taken from you. And that's what I come to help people do. That trauma's changed you. And I want every single person to try and maybe come and do something. Even if it's a banner with your art, get your pens and papers out. Even if it's a piece of poetry that you want to read. Even if it's a song that you want to sing. Be creative and do it through your creativity and your art, and express yourself in the way that you know how to. Coming and speaking isn't exactly the greatest, easiest thing to do. I've shit and spewed this morning. You know, it's not actually easy. Some people have got a great book inside them and I'd love to read them. So please do. Your stories matter, your art matters, because you matter.
Exactly.
Your child mattered in you, and you matter. And it's by this now that we've got the sandwich makers, we've got the artists, we've got the technicians, and that's how we're going to do it, by each of us bringing who we are and what skills that we've got. And even if we've never done it, we can develop them together. I might learn how to set one of these things up soon, but together we really can, and hopefully we can maybe come together. I'm not into all these pagan holidays, by the way, but we can do something for the kids and raise funds to make sure that children who have been through this can go go-karting and get that anger out, and can come out here with a big squash pads and punches, because we've got to do it in a fun way, because this is a really hard story to tell. And it is depressing, it is fear-mongering, and it's bloody damn hard to hear. But if we can do it through stories of triumph, of people saying, this is what happened to me, but look what I became, because the best revenge is success. So we don't need to be alcoholics, but please, the people on the streets, a lot of them have been through what we have told, but they're beaten and they're stuck down. Sometimes they will tell you what they've been through. Some people can't get through it. And I hope this space is a place to do so. And I'd love to come down and keep joining you guys and helping out where I can. So, and I'm staying in Portsmouth, David. Oh, David Williams, I'm going to be out here on a Monday, rattling your cages. I warned you, if you put me on CP again, we were coming.
Brilliant, done well. Thank you.
Who owns it?
Thank you.
Ah, seriously, makes me buzz.